The Fox and the Rainbow. Once upon a time, in a lush green forest, there lived a small, curious fox named Finn. Finn had bright orange fur and a fluffy tail that swished behind him as he explored the woods. Every day was an adventure for Finn, but today was special. As he wandered through the forest, a magnificent rainbow arched across the sky. Finn's eyes widened with wonder. "I've heard that rainbows are magical and led to treasure," he thought. Determined to find the end of the rainbow, Finn decided to follow it. He trotted through the forest, over hills, and across streams. Along the way, he met his friend Bella, the wise old owl. "Where are you going, Finn?" Bella hooted from her perch on a branch. "I'm following the rainbow to find its end," Finn replied excitedly. Bella fluffed her feathers and said, "Rainbows are beautiful, but they don't really have an end. They're just a trick of light." But Finn was undeterred. "I still want to try." So Finn continued his journey. He climbed a tall hill where he met Gary, the gentle giant bear. "Hello, Finn. What brings you here?" Gary asked, noticing Finn's determined face. "I'm following the rainbow," Finn explained. Gary chuckled softly. "Ah, I see. Well, if you're searching for treasure, you might find something special along the way." Finn thanked Gary and pressed on. As he descended the hill, he spotted a patch of wildflowers that glistened in the sunlight, creating their own little rainbow. Finn marveled at their beauty. "Maybe this is the treasure," he thought. He carefully picked a few flowers and continued on his journey. As the sun began to set, Finn arrived at a sparkling lake. The water reflected the colors of the rainbow, creating a breathtaking sight. Finn sat by the lake, feeling content and happy. Suddenly, he noticed something shiny in the water. It was a small, golden locket. Finn picked it up and opened it to find a picture of a smiling fox family. This must be someone's lost treasure, Finn realized. He carefully placed the locket in his little bag and headed back home. The next day, Finn showed the locket to Bella and Gary. They helped him find the family who had lost it, and they were overjoyed to be reunited with their cherished keepsake. Finn smiled, knowing that while he didn't find the end of the rainbow, he discovered something even more valuable, helping others and sharing happiness. And so, Finn learned that sometimes the journey itself is the real treasure. He returned to his forest home with a full heart, ready for his next adventure. And whenever a rainbow appeared in the sky, Finn would look at it with a knowing smile, remembering the magical journey that led him to discover the true meaning of treasure. The end.
Hey everyone, welcome back to Fluent Guys. Today we have an amazing English learning video for you, featuring one of the most heartwarming and iconic movies of all time, Forrest Gump. If you're learning English, you're going to love this because we'll go over the story of Forrest Gump in simple English, breaking it down with easy-to-understand explanations. Plus, we'll dive into some of the most famous phrases and idioms from the movie, explaining their meaning to help you improve your vocabulary and listening skills. So sit back, relax, and let's get started.
Forrest Gump is born in the small town of Greenbow, Alabama. As a child, Forrest has a low IQ and wears leg braces, which makes him the target of bullying at school. However, despite these challenges, his mother, Mrs. Gump, teaches him important life lessons. One of her most famous sayings is, "Life is like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're going to get." This means life is full of surprises, both good and bad, and you never know what's coming next. Forrest's legs heal, and one day, while running away from bullies, he discovers that he's incredibly fast. His running ability leads him to become a football star in high school. With his talent, he earns a scholarship to play college football at the University of Alabama. Forrest's ability to run fast opens doors for him that no one ever expected. After college, Forrest joins the U.S. Army and is sent to fight in the Vietnam War. He meets his best friend, Bubba, in the Army, and together, they dream of starting a shrimp business after the war. But tragically, Bubba is killed in combat. Forrest also saves his commanding officer, Lieutenant Dan, who loses his legs and struggles with depression after the war. Despite these hardships, Forrest receives a Medal of Honor for his bravery. After the war, Forrest returns home, but he doesn't forget Bubba's dream. He starts a shrimping business called Bubba Gump Shrimp Company. With some luck and hard work, the business becomes a huge success, making Forrest a millionaire. But throughout his adventures, one person is always on Forrest's mind: his childhood friend, Jenny. Jenny's life is much harder than Forrest's. She grows up in an abusive home and struggles with drug addiction, poor relationships, and bad decisions. Despite this, Forrest always loves her unconditionally. They have a complicated relationship. Jenny drifts in and out of his life, always looking for happiness in the wrong places. At one point, Forrest becomes famous again by running across the country for over 3 years. His epic journey inspires people, and he becomes a symbol of hope. People join him, but Forrest doesn't do it for attention. He just feels like running. Another example of how his life follows its own path. Finally, after many years, Jenny returns to Forrest, and they get married. She reveals that they have a son, also named Forrest. But soon after, Jenny dies from an illness, likely related to her troubled past. Forrest is left to raise their son alone, teaching him the same life lessons his own mother taught him. Forrest's life comes full circle as he sends little Forrest off to school, showing that life continues, full of the unexpected twists and turns that make it unique.
Now that you've heard the story, let's dive into some key idioms and famous phrases from Forrest Gump that will help you improve your English. Life is like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're going to get. This means that life is unpredictable. You never know what will happen, just like you don't know what kind of chocolate is in a box until you taste it. Stupid is as stupid does. Actions speak louder than words. People are judged by what they do, not how smart they are. Forrest uses this to remind people that intelligence is about actions, not just knowledge. Run, Forrest, run! This phrase became famous as a way to tell someone to go fast or escape danger. It's shouted at Forrest when he first learns to run away from bullies, and later, when he's racing on the football field. I'm not a smart man, but I know what love is. This phrase shows that love doesn't require intelligence. It's about feelings and understanding someone deeply. Forrest says this to express how much he loves Jenny, despite his challenges. We were like peas and carrots. When Forrest says this about Jenny, he means they were close and fit together perfectly, just like how peas and carrots are often served together in a meal. It's a way of saying two people belong together.
That's the story of Forrest Gump. I hope you enjoy hearing it in simple English, and I hope you learned some new idioms and phrases along the way. This movie is a great way to understand important life lessons while improving your English vocabulary and listening skills.
If you liked this video, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to Fluent Guys for more content like this. Let us know in the comments which part of the story or which phrase you found most helpful. And as always, keep learning and stay fluent, guys. See you in the next video.
Welcome back to Fluent Guys, the podcast where we explore the beauty of the English language through captivating stories. I'm your host, your name, and today, you have a special episode lined up for you, a love story that'll not only tug at your heartstrings, but also help you learn some idioms and phrases along the way.
Little feet that Peter Peter.
Let's dive into our story, Whispers in the Wine. In a small coastal town, to strangers, Lily and Jack found themselves at a quaint little cafe one rainy afternoon. Lily, an aspiring artist, often sought inspiration in the rain, while Jack, a writer, was searching for the right words to describe his feelings. As they both sat alone, a sudden gust of wind blew through the open window, causing Lily's sketches to flutter off the table. Jack instinctively reached out to catch one, and their eyes met. I guess the wind has a way of bringing people together, Jack said with a smile. Lily laughed and replied, or maybe it just blows us in the right direction. They struck up a conversation, sharing dreams and aspirations. Jack learned that Lily's sketches were filled with vibrant colors, depicting the beauty she saw in everyday life. Inspired, he offered, "Why don't you let me write a story to go with your art?" As weeks went by, their collaboration blossomed into something more. They spent evenings painting and writing under the stars, finding joy in each other's company. But as their feelings deepened, Jack feared his words would never be enough to express how much Lily meant to him. One night, with the ocean waves crashing in the background, Jack took a deep breath and confessed, "Lily, you've captured my heart. Without you, my words would fall flat." Lily smiled, her eyes sparkling. "And you've given my art a voice," she replied. "Together, we create magic."
这地鼠吗？哼！
And with that, they sealed their love with a promise to always inspire each other, no matter where the winds of life would take them.
What a beautiful story. Now, let's break down some idioms and phrases we encountered. The wind has a way of bringing people together. This means that sometimes unexpected circumstances can lead to new friendships or relationships. Blows us in the right direction. This suggests that sometimes life guides us toward what we truly need or want, even if we don't see it at first. Capture my heart. This is a romantic way of saying that someone has fallen in love with you. Words would fall flat. This means that words alone are not enough to convey deep feelings or emotions. Create magic. This phrase refers to the unique and wonderful experiences that happen when people work together creatively or harmoniously.
We hope you enjoyed Whispers in the Wine and found value in the idioms we discussed. Don't forget to join us next time for another story that will help you improve your English while keeping your heart engaged. If you liked this episode, please subscribe, share with your friends, and leave us a review. Until next time, keep dreaming and keep learning with Fluent Guys.